Hey everyone, this channel is dying. This is a video I was hoping I would never have to make, but here we are. It's the 6th of October 2022. This channel is almost 5 years old. Here we can see the date I set up the account, 19th of November 2017. Now I didn't upload my first video until the end of 2017, the very last day. So effectively this channel has been running since the beginning of 2018 right up till the present day. And I'm going to do a breakdown year by year of how many views I've had. Now a lot of you may think that subscriber count is the most important factor when it comes to YouTube. That is incorrect. The most important factor is view count. So those of you who have been keeping an eye on my subscriber count might be shocked to hear that the channel is dying, because if you've only been paying attention to my subscriber count, you would see that it's been building up and up and up slowly over the years, and there hasn't been any major drop in subscribers. Here we can see the accumulation of subscribers over time. In the first year or two, it was really slow, and then you can see the numbers go up a bit in the last couple of years. Now, as you can see, there's been no huge explosion of subscribers. I did have a few odd days here and there where I got a big spike in subscribers. Now, you can see here the spike here and a spike here. Just the odd day here and there where I just gained quite a few subscribers in one day. There were some days where I actually lost subscribers. You can see the zero line here. So most days I actually gain subscribers. So when people see this, they might think, well, the channel is growing. Well, it is growing in terms of the number of subscribers, but the most important factor, the most important metric of YouTube is actually views, not subscribers. So I'm going to quickly show you this graph here, and I will come back to it later. This is the total views since the channel began. So this is almost 5 years of data here on views. I'll go back to this later because I want to show you a year by year breakdown. And this will really show you what's going on with the channel and why it's dying. So this is the first full year, 2018, January 1st to December 31st, 2018. So this graph shows you the views for 2018. This is the first full year. This is when the channel really started. And I got 8,000 views, and we can see here I gained 58 subscribers. So I'll just click on this for a second. We can see the subscribers. The first few months I got no subscribers, and then February 20th I got my first ever subscriber after almost 2 months. And then towards the end of the year we can see it improving here. I was getting subscribers every other day or so. And then there was days where I actually lost a subscriber or two. The watch time hours was 227 hours. And again, the graph shows you just a steady increase. There was a spike here earlier in the year. But this is the most important one, views. So as you can see, this is looking kind of healthy in terms of the direction it's going in. Because at the end of the year, you can see it going up there, a clear trend upwards. Now I'm going to show you 2019, here it is, and I had 64,000 views. So going back to 2017, I had 8,000 views. My views grew eightfold. I had eight times more views in 2019. So massive growth in 2019 compared to 2018. Now these figures are not like huge if you compare it to like bigger YouTube channels, obviously. Now if you look at the graph, you can see the trend going upwards again towards the end of the year, because at the start of the year it was very up and down, had lots of spikes here, but we can see the trend here from September up to like December. We can see a steady increase of views here. So again, towards the end of the year things are looking good. I gained 293 subscribers in 2019, and again let's go back to 2018. I gained just 58. So let's go to 2020 and see what we have. So 2020, I had 309,000 views. Now compare that to the previous year, 64,000. So it gained about fivefold here. I had 5 times more views, roughly, almost 5 times. 7,000 watch hours compared to 1.4 thousand. So again, 5 times more. And then subscribers, 1.3 thousand compared to about 300. So I gained maybe 4 times more subscribers, and I started making money for the first time. I made $200 just over. And again, if we look at this graph, in the beginning of the year it's kind of level here, but then again, like in the previous years, we're seeing a pretty steady increase here. Now if we look here, there's a sudden jump here around December 17th, December 18th. I jumped from about 1200 views a day to about 2600. December 21st, 2020, I had 2600 views. It went down a bit to 2000. But this is a big jump here. At the end of 2020, I saw a big jump from about 1200 views to about 2000 views. And this I thought was going to be a huge turning point for the channel. This was a big bump in views, and this is where I thought I'd reached a turning point and where things were going to start getting really good for this channel. So let's have a look at 2021 and see what happened. So here we can see in the beginning of the year, it's kind of steady, but look at what happens. It actually starts dropping off beginning around March, April. It goes down. In April, I'm down to about 1600 views a day, 1700. Remember, I was up to 2000 at the end of December 2020. So this is where the channel starts going backwards. So I'm back down to like 1600 views a day. And there's a little bit of a spike in June of 2021. But then towards the end of the year, it starts going back down to like 1200. And look at this. Saturday, August 21st, I'm back down under 1000 views a day. And that is something I just really did not want to see happening ever. When I was up to like in the beginning of 2021, like 2000 views. I was hoping I'd never dip below 2000 views a day again. And yet here we are at the end of 2021, back down to below 1000 for some of the days. Now some days it was over 1500 again, 1600. But look at the end of 2021, I'm down to like 1300, 1200, 1000. So I was back down to where I was over a year previously to that, like the September, October of 2020, I was at maybe 1000 views a day. And after that surge in views at the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, it was kind of deflating to see these views, to be honest. So that was last year, 2021, and this shows a comparison here between 2020 and 2021. And this doesn't tell the whole story, because in the beginning of 2020, my views were, 1000 a day or maybe slightly less. So it says 70% more views, 68% more watch time hours, and 31% more subscribers from 2020. So this kind of hides what was really going on here, these statistics, because you can see everything is up from the previous year. But remember, in previous years, I was getting 8-fold and 5-fold increases. This is like 70% more, less than double between 21 and 2020. So we can see that the growth rate is decreasing. And as I've just shown you, it's actually way worse than that, because the view count is actually going down. So here is the subscribers for 2021. And we can see the same thing as the views, the same trend. In the beginning of the year, I was getting maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 subscribers a day. And then by the end of the year, I'm gaining maybe 5, 2, 0, 4. There's days when I lost subscribers. Look at that. I lost 2 subscribers on the 3rd of December 2021. And remember, it was a year previously, December 2020, that I saw a huge surge in views. And this time, the views are actually going down here. So let's now jump to this year, 2022. And we can see it's pretty flat. January 1st of this year, I got less than 1000. And we can see this number just going between like just over 1000 and just under 1000, 800 and something here, 1096. And look at this, February 8th, 2022, I got less than 700 views that day. And then when I compare that to, that the 2000 views a day back in December 2020, this is pretty devastating stuff here. Now, back around May, we did see an improvement here. I'm over 1000 for most days in May, 1600, 1700 here. June, it started to go down a bit. Here we see a huge spike here in July 9th, 2022. I had a massive amount of views. Again, this is all relative. I had 3,700 views, and that's all down to one specific video I uploaded that day, which is this one. 10 most controversial flags of all time. Now, this was a video I'd been thinking about doing for a long time. Top 10 videos and so on in YouTube are pretty popular. And this video, I figured, would appeal to a casual YouTube audience. And sure enough, it got a ton of views the first day. So let's have a look at the analytics for this video. On the first day, it got over 2,900 views, and it says typical in this period 80 to 120. So I typically get between 80 and 120 views per video on average on the channel, and this one video absolutely just destroyed that number. And then the second day it got about 500 views, got another 100 views on the third day. But then we can see how it just flattens here, and ever since like the first 5 or 6 days of this video, the views have been very modest. And we can see here in the last 48 hours, it's only gotten 9 views in the last 48 hours, the last 2 days. So apart from this huge spike in the first few days, this video hasn't done any better than most of my other videos. And this was a video I thought maybe it could go viral, or at least, you know, do better than what it's done. While the first few days were very promising, this video has really opened my eyes to what I'm up against here, and this channel is in huge trouble. So I'm going to go back again to this graph here. This is the view count for the lifetime of the channel. And while it may look healthy enough at first glance, we can see a steady trend downwards in the last couple of years. So let's have a look. So again, views for the first few months were almost zero, and then we see a slow increase here in 2019, and we see it going up quite a bit here in 2020. And then let's go here to the end of 2020, and this is the big bump I was telling you about. You can see it here clearly that I get like 2,300 views here, and this is kind of like the peak of the channel right here at the end of 2020. Because if you look after that, you can see it trending downwards. Now there's a few spikes here and there, but it's trending downwards here pretty much all the way to May of 2022, and then it goes up a bit for May and June. We had that big spike in July because of that one video, and then it kind of leveled off for a couple of months. And in the last couple of months, I've gone up a little bit, the views right here towards the end, but it's still nowhere near the peak here in 2020. 2,000 or so views a day. And this graph, I was hoping the graph would just continue upwards. Like I'd be getting like that day back in July of 3,700 views. At this stage, I should be getting those views every single day. That should be like an average view count per day. But that was a huge spike compared to what I usually get. 800 views, 900 views, 1,000 views a day. So I'm back to where I was back in, you know, August of 2020, over 2 years ago. And so that's highly disappointing. Now I haven't gone into like the types of videos I've been making in the last couple of years and how many videos I've been uploading. Obviously that makes a huge difference to how successful your channel is going to be. I mean, that's really everything. That's your videos, your quality, your quantity of videos. And so I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do. Something has to change. And I do have an idea in my head, which is pretty radical. It's hugely radical, in fact. I'm going to be talking more about it towards the end of the year. So there you go, guys. This is what a dying YouTube channel looks like. Subscriber count is only one metric. Views are really the most important. And this graph is not good, guys. This is not a good graph. This is not a graph you want to have for your channel. Okay, so that's an overview of my views over the years. So I'm just going to leave it there. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Like this video. Send it to people you know who've got YouTube channels, and just show them the reality of what it's like being a YouTuber and how 5 years of work ends up with this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Until next time, see you guys later.